Hey there, YouTubeVerse. Let's play the game of how many CPUs are in the bucket. I actually don't know. This came to me from various people, and sadly shouldn't have been thrown in this bucket like this, but let's take a look at what we got, what we'll have, what's scrap, what's potentially functional for board sort to test. And yeah, so I've already started. There's about a dozen already on the table, and my notes for my write-up or my quote request. I've got this one, decent little Xeon E52640V3 with some really weird brown. Gonna hit it with a little bit of Gugon, probably a little too much, but see if I can get this cleaned up, let it dry out, and oh yeah, it's so much better. You can see all that gunk that came off. Didn't come off with a wet wipe, which usually is my go-to for removing thermal paste and gunk. This one will take a couple hours to dry. Get the film. Let's take a look. I see these three right here. Has some gunk in there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Trying to pick that out would probably damage it, so it'll either work out how it is or it won't work. But anywho, so we're gonna add this to the pile of options. It's a Xeon E52640V3. Put that on. Yeah, I should dry it nice. Over there. I think these are the same thing, but I sheared the MLCCs off because they failed to get recognized, or the BIOS wouldn't even load with them installed, one or more of them installed. So something, I mean, you do a different CPU and the BIOS loads and that server like that. So these are basically scrap weight, because I know they're not functional. And one way, when I've got a bunch of processors floating around, when I know something's broke, make it very clear that it's non-operational. What do we have here? We have another, it's E52640V4. This is actually pricey. Wonder if it's worth selling on eBay. Looks intact. I don't remember this being in this bucket. Interesting. Doesn't have a copy or a manufacture date on it. Maybe do it this way. Get a little bit of Gugon on the shirt. Well, much Gugon on the shirt, but whatever. Let's see if this cleans up at all. Wonder if those are burnt nodes. Well, put it on the list. We'll put it on the list. So yeah, post in the comments how many CPUs you think were in the bucket. It could probably have held more, so it's not how many can fit in the bucket, but how many were in the bucket. Yeah, and we'll see. We shall see. E5, if I can write, 52640 V4. Interesting. We got an E52620. Okay. Already got a bunch of those. Already have 6 of those out there. Okay. I'm guessing these are like $10 processors, even though they're Xeons. I could be wrong. Probably I'm wrong, but you'd be surprised. Some modder, I think Linus has a video how to make a gaming PC out of old server parts. Burns more electricity, but you can get a beefy multiple core, high memory RAM. And your only real expenditure is the GPU. So E52620. Number 7. Little stack's gonna fall over. This is an E5800. I've got another one of those too. These are, what is that, circa 2006? Yep. Don't know if you guys can see that, but circa 2006. Just because I've been rolling around in this bin with thermal grease all over the place. Give it a light cleanup. Light cleanup. E5800. That'll be the third one. We've seen this one on video already. Any guesses? Interesting little brown smudge there. Let me hit that with a little Goo Gone. Well, if you guessed, an E52620, you would have been right. Like I said, seem to be quite common, at least in this bucket. Definitely got some thermal grease on that. Definitely got some thermal grease. What is this? This is another E52620. Nice. Yes, drop the processor. Well, honestly, it's probably been through worse in this jar. See some dirt. Gunk. Dirt or gunk. This is a i3. Okay. Two 2120. I need to start another page. It's an E5-800. I think we've got 3 or 4 of those already. Get a clean one. Don't fall. Gonna have fun packing these up. So that's number 4 up here. So definitely be an example of don't do what I did and throw all your loose processors in a bucket when you're moving and deal with it later. Later sometimes never comes. Okay, this is an i5-2400. Circa 2004 Intel Celeron D. Nice. I'm guessing the copper heat spreader is worth more than the chip. Oldie but goodie. I don't know if any of you remember the old actual Celeron brand machines Intel used to make. I think they were called Celeron. Like they were beige towers, circa 2000, circa Pentium 4, and the first Duos. They were built. My experience with them was usually, if you used them for what they were built for, they worked great, kind of like an appliance. The minute you asked it to do anything beyond that, good luck. So this computer is probably sold with half a gig of RAM, maybe 1/4 gig of RAM. Trying to remember how much RAM the first Pentium 4 I built had in it. It all blurs together. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was putting the years up there. That's what those numbers are. So this would be 04. Any guesses? It's one of the most common ones so far. The Eiffel Tower leaning over. I'm guessing. I'm like 85% sure based on the shape that it is a, where are they? E5 2620. Let's see. What is it? It's an E5 2620. So we now have 10 of those. My little stack is getting precarious. Yeah, let's just start another one. There we go. Okay, that's trash. This is another Intel Celeron D. Okay. Intel Celeron D. Where did I put the last one? Circa 04. Another 2620. Yeah, this one's got some goop on the pads, contact points. Let's give it just, I need to get better at the small, like almost just a drip from the nozzle. Yeah. Let that evaporate. 2620. Some server that was sold cookie cutter with that processor. Okay. E5 800 circa 06. Let's, here we go. That'll be number 5. Okay. Pads look fairly good. Yeah, I'm not worried about the moisture at all. It's probably gonna be over 2-3 weeks before these make their way over to board sort and have any electricity applied to them. So, yeah. Here's another E5800. Okay. It's actually a Pentium, not Xeon. But, yeah, I guess I have that in my notes.
Heya, YouTubeVerse. Next hour and a half of footage has been collapsed of me waffling on 35 times speed. So it'll fit just into 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Thank you for hanging in there and slugging through the first 20 minutes of this video with me. Remember a couple of games you can play to leave your best guesses in the comments below for the following numbers. How many CPUs were in the bucket? How many E5 2620s were in the bucket? And lastly, how bad was my count on the note paper versus the actual processor count that I'm going to go back in and redo? Thank you for watching. Please give us a thumbs up or down. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. Do you have any ideas for e-waste videos? Let me know. Have a wonderful day.